Okay, this is the second lecture on expressways. So once the Southern Highway was completed up to Mathura, the outer circular expressways was completed, and it was constructed up to Kadawatha. So this was actually done somewhere around 2014-15, and it was opened to traffic uh, by during the Yapalne government, and the outer circular expressway is 29 kilometers from Kottawa to Keravalapitia, Kottawa to Kadawatha, and then it was extended up to Keravalapitia. So basically now we can travel from Mattala up to Katnaka airport without going on any other road, directly on the expressway. So this was a major breakthrough in our expressway network, where the two main airports were connected, and the time taken between two main airports is less than I would say 3 hours, but generally it's only about 2.5 hours. But because it's a long stretch, people stop for about half an hour at the Valipan rest area. So because of that, we say Katnayak to Mattala is now 3 hours of drive on expressway. So this that was the only expressway that was opened during this Yahapalne government of 2015 to 2019 November, and it was only 29 kilometers of expressway. Then, so there was another expressway that was opened before 2015, and this is Colombo. That was opened somewhere towards the end of 2014 and or early 2015, and that is called Colombo Katnayak Expressway. Colombo Karnataka Expressway is only 25 kilometers from Colombo, the Kalaniya Bridge, 25 kilometers. And this was again completed towards in 2014, early 2014. Oh, I can't remember the exact date, but somewhere around 2014, because I first traveled on this expressway in May 2015. So by that time it was about 1 year old. 1 year old. So basically, it would be in 2014, somewhere in 2014, this was completed, Colombo Katnayak Expressway. And so basically, most of the expressways were completed under the leadership of President Mahinda Rajapaksa. And then in 2014, they proposed the extension of expressway from Mathura to Mattala, Mathura to Beliatta first, but later it was all completed up to Mathura to Mattala, and even the contracts were awarded to various companies. And then the Central Expressway contracts were also awarded, and especially Section 2 was started because there were some issues with land acquisition in Section 1. So Section 2 land acquisition was very easy because it was mostly through lands belonging to the government of Sri Lanka. So it was fairly easy. So 2015 to 2019, that was undertaken but not completed. So again, the completed expressways were Section 1 of Section 2 of Central Expressway, 40 kilometers, was opened in 2022, and also the extension from Mathura to Mattala and the Magampura Expressway arm all were completed in 2020. 2020, they were all open for traffic, but they were actually built during Hapalne regime, and but they were unable to complete it within their period, and because of that, both Central Expressway Section 2 that they built and Mathura Mattala extension and Andhra Hambantota extension all could not be opened during the Yapalne regime. So they actually built around 120, 130 kilometers of expressway, but were not able to finish it. So, so basically, uh, so these are the expressways that are open now. E1 is Southern Expressway, E2 is Outer Circle Expressway, E3 is Colombo Karnataka Expressway, E4 is Central Expressway, only stage section 2 is open, and E6 is Magampur Expressway. And out of these, I'm happy to say, Mattal Extension and Magampur Expressway, Andara Hambantata, all were designed by Sri Lankan engineers. And it was all under the leadership of uh, Mr. Engineer, the Veerakon, Sardar Veerakon, who is the current Director General. So, current Director General of Road Development Authority is an engineer with vast experience in building expressways. And he's a very honest person. And the first large bridge he designed was he actually had experience, but one of the large bridges he got involved was on A15 highway. There were 5 bridges on that. 2 bridges of 250 meters, 2 bridges of 125 meters, and 1 bridge of 70 meters, because Mahavali River crosses the eastern, it has many branches on the eastern province, and the road to Trinco from Batiklo at the end of A4 highway is A15, and A15, sorry, not A15, it's A32, I think, yeah. Just one moment, A32 highway in Sri Lanka. Yes. Sorry. Yeah, that is A15. A15 highway, yes. So yes, it's A15. A15 is the trunk road, A-class road connecting Batiklo and Trincomalee, and it passes through Eraur, Valachene, Vakarei, Verugal, and goes through Muttur and reaches Kinya. So basically, A15 has 5 places where River Mahavali branches connects to the sea. So it has to, earlier it was all ferry. So this road was envisaged in 2008, and we were asked to design these 5 bridges by China Harbour Corporation. But later, they thought that, we are not fit to do it because we were working much faster than they expected. So when they asked us to give proposals, we gave them the full detailed design in 1 week with box girder bridges that we have mastered, because we had all the programs, everything to produce a big design in less than 1 week. And Dr. Sujiva Levan Gaumge, he's now professor, did all the designs. Then they thought, we could be a threat to them, and then they asked us. We had a little dispute, and we said, okay, we are not interested in going ahead with the project. So after some time, it was all done by my student. All 5 bridges were designed by my student, late Vijendra. His name is Vijendra, and Vijendra did my MSc with me, and it was on box girders. So he knew how to design box girders and eye girders, and later he designed eye girder bridges for all 5 bridges of that. And we once said, sir, because of the prices you quote, we can quote half the price and complete the designs, and then we can buy Monteros. And today I am driving a Montero while talking to you, and I talked to him to get 2 things done. One is the road from Polonnaru to Saumavati completed, and the other one is from Piliandala to Katupedda, and he ensured, before his death in 2015, he ensured both those projects were awarded, and today you can travel to Somavati from Polonnaru in 45 minutes, and it's all because of Mr. Vijendra's initiative that I asked him to take. And we also have a wonderful road from Piliyandal to Kattabad. That is again, Vijayendra helped us a lot to make it happen. So basically, that actually gives you a lot of information about the highway project, expressways in Sri Lanka. And basically, I'm happy to say, we all started this journey somewhere in early 1990s, and today, Road Development Authority is so developed, we can undertake international projects. And our contractors are so developed, we can, without any fear, we can hand over any kind of construction to our contractors on turnkey basis, or design and build basis. And we have so many design engineers, including Dr. Nadundi Alvis, who has vast experience. He has PhD from Cambridge. He has vast experience doing bridges on M25 outer circular highway of England, the London outer circle is M25, and he worked on the M25 widening to some places. M25 has about 10 lanes, so that was the widening, and he was heavily involved in that, and he's also a master designer for offshore structures. Even he's working in Sri Lanka for phase one of expressway, Central Expressway. So I can tell you, we have massive knowledge base in Sri Lanka. And I'm also happy to say Chinese contractors who are undertaking a lot of work in Africa are using our engineers to produce designs according to British standards, because in Africa still they use British standards. But I'm happy to say our engineers are capable of doing designs for both British standards and Euro standards. Euro standards are the latest. British standards are now 12 years outdated because they ceased to operate on 2010. But worldwide, still those old British standards are widely used for structural designs. But in our case, we have now moved to the latest Euro code, and we produce very high end, very economical designs in Sri Lanka. And I can tell you, our expertise can match the expertise of any engineer from any part of the world, because we use the latest software based on Midas and SAP.